is Anna, and I'm going to be speaking today on how to tie-dye. I'm wearing this tie-dye t-shirt symbolically because I'm going to be presenting about this, but I have accumulated a number of t-shirts, and I am very used to tie-dyeing, so I'm going to be sharing with you what I do and what is necessary to get a really great tie-dye. Today, you're going to need a white t-shirt, preferably white. You can bleach dye, which is a little bit different from what we're doing today, so we're just going to stick with the traditional tie-dyeing. So I have a white t-shirt. This is from a 5K I ran, so I'm just going to tie-dye it. You're going to need some rubber bands, a spray bottle with a bunch of water, and normally I either go to Michael's or Walmart to get some dye. You can usually buy just a regular tie-dye kit from Walmart. That's what I did. And they give you these bottles right here. They give you a good amount of like the dye powder, and then you fill it to the line with water. So I've done that with the 4 bottles that they have given me. So yellow, purple, red, and blue. When you tie-dye, you can do a number of different designs. You can do the traditional spiral tie-dye, the bullseye, or a bunch of like explosions of color all over your shirt. So it depends what you're feeling in that moment, of course. But also that you can do free dyeing where you splatter the dye all over the shirt, or you can just do whatever you're feeling, but normally I like to stick with the 3 that I said before. Traditionally, I tie-dye outdoors. I prepare the things indoors and then head on outside, so let's go. I'm outside right now, got my t-shirt and all my stuff. So the number 1 thing you have to do first is to get your shirt damp. And it's like one of the most important things because that's how your dye spreads throughout the shirt. So you need to take your spray bottle and then just get your shirt all damp. So okay, so my shirt's pretty damp, and then you want to decide what kind of design you want. So I'm going to choose the one with a bunch of explosions all over it. So the first thing you do is you take your shirt and you hold it out if you're doing the design I'm doing. If you're doing spiral or bullseye, it's a lot easier to lay it out on a table, like when you're inside, and like do the design inside so that you have that table to like twist your shirt in the proper way. But for me, I'm gonna take my rubber bands and start my design. So with mine, I would probably want an explosion here. So you take the shirt and you put a rubber band around that area. So you're sectioning it off so that you know when you have your dye, like, oh, I want there to be a explosion right there. Now I want 2 colors in this one, so I'm gonna tie another rubber band around it. It's just what your preference is. So I'm gonna do this to the rest of the shirt, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I have my shirt how I like it. One more quick thing I like to do before I start dyeing is to get it damp real quick again. So with the spray bottle and your shirt. Okay, we're good. So I have red, purple, yellow, and blue. I think that I'm going to use blue first. So you have your bottle, and you're going to take your dye and just kind of put it in the section you want. So I'm going to take the blue and just kind of go over the area and see how the shirt takes it all up and like sucks it up, because the water helps in that respect. So you just keep dyeing and getting the color all in there. And so that's what you do for one little section. So you have to do that to all of your sections until your whole shirt has your different colors. It's okay to get dye on your hands. It doesn't bother me, but it might bother some people. So you can usually wear some plastic gloves, or plastic gloves. My mom likes me to do this over newspaper, but I don't know. So right now I'm just dyeing my two-toned little explosion area, purple first and then blue. So when I take off the rubber bands, it'll be like blue, purple, and like awesome. So when you're doing this, you don't really have to stay in the lines, especially with tie-dye, it's so free. So you can get the blue in the purple section and get your colors mixed up. But you don't want it to get too much, because then the colors mix together a lot and then they might not make a really pretty colors. So just be a little bit careful with which colors you're mixing and stuff. So
Yeah, I know I'm sleeping, 'cause this dream's too amazing. She got to go now where her eyes used to be. Yeah. One turn and I learned what it really means to see. Yeah. It's the magical mystery kind. Must be alive. Bye-bye to the too good to be true kind of love.
So right now it's looking pretty good, but I'm going to add a little more freestyle to it, and then we'll be good to go. I'm going to take off the rubber bands to see what it looks like. Now before you do this, you want to let it sit for like 5-10 minutes and then take off the rubber bands. So I'm ready, and let's see what it looks like. I think it's pretty cool. See what I meant by explosions? You have the color and then the outer rings, and it's just really cool. So the next thing you have to do is put this in your dryer for about like 20-30 minutes to really set the dye in with the heat. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll see you guys inside. That's what it looks like. So after you take yours out of the dryer, you can either wash it, and I recommend washing it by itself, because you don't want anything to happen, like to dye to get on any other clothes. So wash it in the washing machine with cold water, regular wash, just some detergent, and then dry it however you like on the clothesline or in the dryer, and then you can wear it forever. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you have a better idea of how to tie-dye.